So Ben Shalom joins us here. Ben, fantastic Saturday night for boxing. It's a card that has stunned us, but also some sort of stunning news this week with Floyd Schofield out. We're not sure about Daniel Dubois. Boxing all over the place sometimes.
That's what it's like. You can put the perfect card together and boxing just hits you in the nuts when you least expect it, but it's still an incredible card. It's still one of the best fight cards I've ever seen. Hopefully we get a replacement. We got one for Shakur Stevenson. Hopefully we now get one for Joseph Parker.
You've now mentioned those replacements, and we've seen a few names flying around on social media. Hold on a minute. What was that, Martin Bakole? That name come up as well. Where did that go? I think. By the way, hold on. I've got to be careful. I don't want to get him in any more trouble. I'm not setting you up here, mate. But Martin Bakole, I've seen him tweet that's a possibility. He would take that fight. What fight that would be for him?
Listen, I put it forward already. I was furiously texting up on the press conference then, a few calls, but we're ready to go. Trainer, manager, promoter, we're ready to go.
Yeah, but Joe Parker's not going to take it, is he?
Listen, if you're ever going to beat Martin Bakole, beat him on 2 days' notice. You know, he's the number one. He's in the mandatory position. He deserves his opportunity. The champion of February 22nd is going to have to fight Martin anyway. Why not get the nightmare out of the way?
I totally agree that he deserves his opportunity. Martin Bakole, where is he? But what's happening?
It's the best fight that can be made for the
card. Is Daniel Dubois off? Is that?
Listen, first of all, yeah. My heart goes to Daniel, and hopefully he does recover and we see that fight. But in terms of 50-50 fights, in terms of competitive cards, in what this card is all about, the best fight, in my opinion, that can be made at this late stage is Martin Bakole.
So whose decision is it? Turkey's?
It'll be. I'm sure Joseph will have a say with the late notice, and so I'm sure he'll have a say. Ultimately, it'll be up to His Excellency. I don't want to put any pressure on him. On His Excellency, he'll want to make the best fights out there. I think it will be up to Joseph Parker as to whether he'll accept the challenge.
I spoke to Joseph Parker actually earlier in the week, and he's in fantastic shape. He was really fancying the fight against Daniel Dubois. The game plan was there, and he won't want to let that go. All that hard work and training. I know that as an ex-fighter, when you put that in, and to be told at the final hour that the fight is off, he's going to want to still be fighting. And I believe that he will fight anybody in the world. If he's fighting Daniel Dubois, the IBF champion, why not Martin Bakole? Why not anyone else? So let's hope, for the sake of Joseph Parker and all the work that he's put in, and the opportunity for Martin Bakole, he's been kept on the sidelines for a while. Let's hope that maybe that's a fight that could be made.
Martin will be giving it up a lot as well. You know, he's a final eliminator. He's about to fight for a world title. Let's see, and hopefully.
Well, His Excellency normally makes magic happen. So watch this space. Let's just talk about Joshua Buatsi. What a fight that is to kick off the night, really, of the big fights against Callum Smith. It's a pick'em. It's his hardest test, undefeated, but it's the right time, isn't it, to go for this?
It is. I think it is the right time. I think Josh has wanted that elite step up, that world-class step up. He's been through everyone, and Callum Smith's probably the last one left, obviously, bar Anthony Yard, and I think it's a step into that elite level. It's going to have to be at his best. I think he does switch off at times, Josh Buatsi, when he's on top of fights, and he can't be doing that on Saturday night, but it's a hell of a fight. He's the interim world champion. He wants to be a world champion, and so you need to be the very best, and Callum Smith is the very best. So it's going to be a great fight, but I do expect Buatsi to be too much, too fit, too strong. I actually expect him to stop him, and I think it could be a real statement for Joshua Buatsi, the one that we've been waiting for since he turned over, that statement performance.
Yeah, I mean, that was 9 years ago since he's turned over. The development has been slow, and he took his time, and he's picked the right fights. Coming off that good win against Willie Hutchinson, and you go, now is that time. Question I want to ask you, Ben, I think that it's pretty clear that if Callum Smith loses this fight, it's the end of the road. You know, he's in the twilight of his career. He's looking to become a two-weight world champion. If Joshua Buatsi loses, could that spell the end for him at the top? Because it's been a long process getting there, or would there be a road back?
No, I think he is meticulous. You are right, and so it would be a massive disappointment for Joshua, but there's big fights in that domestic scene. The Anthony Yard fight will always be there for him, but I can't see anything other than a Joshua Buatsi win. I really can't. None of us are thinking about that. Everyone's thinking about him becoming a world champion now and really proving himself, and yeah, it's going to be a great fight, but I think he'll make a big statement.
It is. I've heard Callum Smith's in phenomenal shape in the gym, so we can't wait for that one. The ones you're not involved in, what's your fight of the night? What are you really looking forward to as a fan?
Listen, I was really looking forward to Dubois Parker, so hopefully that still goes on. I've worked with Joseph. I think that's a real 50-50 fight. I think the main event is incredible. I was here the first time. We had a lot of fighters on that card, and I got to stay and watch that as a fan from the hospital. I'm really looking forward to the main event. I think it's a fight that I never thought we'd see. So the fact that we're seeing it twice is testament to His Excellency and what's going on in Riyadh season. It's incredible.
Could Buatsi, the winner of Buatsi Smith, get the winner of that contest? Is that something that's lined up? It's on the same card. Is that a possibility? Is that if that's what's on the line there for that, Ben?
I think so. Look, we've been waiting so long. Josh would have fought for a world title in any other era. Bivol Beterbiev, the first one, was delayed because of an injury. Then we've had the rematch. Josh has been treading water really in that #1 interim position. So you can never say really, could there be a trilogy? You could never say, but he is next in line. It's either going to be the winner of this or it'll be Anthony Yard. I'm convinced of that.
Brilliant. Ben, thank you so much, my friend.
Thanks
Cheers,
very
mate.
much,
Thank
Ben.
you, mate.
Anthony Yard's down there, so go and see him as well. Everyone's here.
Well done, mate.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.